Hello everyone and welcome back to the Triple Crown Wargaming studio, where you join us once again for another exciting and not a good day to be Scott instalment of This Month in Warhammer.
Apparently not.
Our monthly update on all things in the world of Warhammer at the Triple Crown Wargaming studio. Now, as ever, you are stuck with me, James the Lore Master Lamin, and I am joined by the whole team, all three prongs of the crown, if you will. On my right, you have none other than Scott the Duke McHugh.
Hello.
And on my left, the legend that is Max the Chieftain Hurley. In possibly the worst Bruce Forsyth impression I've ever seen.
The Brucey bonus.
Get ready for our usual mix of roundtable discussions on everything from the serious to the silly. I'll be silly this month. I think I've been silly for a couple of months. So we'll go through new releases, what's been going on in our hobby, all the social media cool stuff, anything that we call Warhammer News. And this month, me and Max had the great idea of checking out where our hobby goals are at. You may remember that a very exciting, very Triple Crown Christmas, I believe it was called.
Yeah, we still have the hats.
We did, yeah, where are the hats?
Behind
Behind the cabinet. We wore some hats, we made some
Itchy hats.
hobby New Year's resolutions, and we thought we'd see how we're all getting on with those.
I just want to point out, I did not come up with this idea.
No.
I didn't like it.
Found it.
I didn't like it. You know, apparently we were living in some sort of democracy.
James said, James was trying to think of something to come up with. I said, we'll do this. And James, that's exactly
I
what I
was thinking the exact same thing. This is brilliant. And then obviously we'll have a chat with you guys about what you can expect to see over the next, actually 5 weeks this time, of the on the channel, on the websites and on YouTube. I almost forgot where you can find it.
On the YouTube?
Right, let's check out some new releases before we get into me saying the YouTube again. Or the Facebook. The Facebook, the YouTube. So, quite a few, actually, boys. Yeah, quite a bit of stuff. So we've got, we're going to start with some Mantic stuff, some Kings of War action. Quite excited about this, actually, and it's not often I will say that about this army because I've got so much for it, but I am actually tempted. So Mantic are re-releasing their Empire of Dust range.
Okay.
They're doing it over a couple of months across the sort of summer period, and what they've got sort of available to pre-order at the time of recording this is they've got 2 army boxes. They've got their excitingly titled Empire of Dust Army, which has
Straight to the point.
40 hard plastic skeletons, their words.
Or soft plastic?
I don't know. 40 hard plastic skeleton infantry and 10 hard plastic revenant cavalry. And you also get 1 resin cursed high priest on horse. And that's £75. Now, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Skeleton Warriors, Hex Race, and Necromancer.
Well, to be fair, I'm thinking Tomb Kings, mate.
Yeah, there's that as well.
These guys are Egyptians.
Yeah.
You look at them; they've got proper Egyptian looks. Someone hasn't looked at them.
You also the skeleton infantry you can build with spears, hand weapon, shield, or bows.
Yeah.
So you've got the option for sort of mix them, or if you go sort of or full bows or full hand weapon, shield, whatever you want. You said I haven't seen the cavalry. I've seen the infantry. I haven't seen the cavalry. You said the cavalry were possibly a bit too armoured for Tomb Kings.
They're a little bit more armoured than I'd like. They'd make good skeleton heavy horsemen if you bought all the upgrades.
If that was still a thing from the previous army book.
Well, skeleton horsemen are in there. You can still buy them all the armour, the shield.
They're not called heavy horsemen.
Yeah, sorry, they were called heavy horsemen, but they're not. But if you buy them I think you can buy them barding. You can buy them a shield and like armour, definitely. I think they get. Oh no, you can't. That's a 4-up they get to.
Yeah.
They'd be fine for that. But I just think to myself, even then, if you just put some bow arms on them out of your plastic skeleton box, you'd have the skeleton light horseman that you're looking for, and that would be a lot of the core. In there, and you know the Lich Priest on horse, that's all right. Yeah. It's actually all right. It's not that bad. I have done it in the past, just not on the channel, but it's workable. Now their other offering is an Empire of Dust mega army.
Bigger is better.
Bigger is better. So you still get 40 hard plastic skeleton infantry, but you also get 20 this time hard plastic revenant cavalry. So you could do potentially 4 units of 5 which I think's optimised really. Yeah. You've got almost 2,500 points of core there. You're about 5 or 10 skeletons short of what you need. So which is
frustrating.
Some good unit filler options though. Then you can start to think about cool
one
stuff
big
like that.
unit of heavy horsemen.
Or that. You get 1 resin cursed high priest / pharaoh, so you can build that either way. So Tomb King or Wizard,
or Lich High Priest,
which you can obviously one's on foot. You get a resin army battle standard rather on horse.
Okay.
They really like their characters on horses in these boxes, don't they?
Well, it's a different game, isn't it? So it's more cavalry orientated, I guess. But to be honest, again, it's not bad. It's workable.
Yeah.
It's there.
Got the option for it.
You probably put him on some legs if you wanted to and get him on foot. And then you also get 3 resin enslaved guardians. Now these are basically your Shapsy proxies. They'll be fine as your Shapsies.
Good unit fillers.
Or good unit fillers for your blocks. So 115, 115 that one.
Not a bad price.
I don't think it's
no,
bad.
£40 more. You get an extra character. Effectively, it's the 2 different characters, but you get an extra character. You get 10 more horsemen, and you get the 3 enslaved guardians.
Yeah, I don't think
bad.
that's too sad. So overall,
and I think it's the small one's a good price anyway. £75 for all those is good price.
The small
anyway.
one just to add to your existing Tomb Kings collection if you wanted to at that point in time.
So, going forward, it'll be a little while yet, a couple of months, but we're going to do, obviously, I know lots of you are anticipating the buying for beginners for armies that don't have a lot of models from Games Workshop anymore.
These 2 are, anyway.
Now, when we do Tomb Kings, and that will be coming, expect Empire of Dust to feature in the same way they did, in the same way some of the Mantic stuff has for Dwarves. It definitely did for Dwarves and some of the others. So moving on, we'll go to Games Workshop for a little while. So Daughters of Kane, their Witch Elf army.
Yeah.
They've released the High Gladiatrix, which was from one of the. They do like the 2 armies in the. No, you know, the 2 armies in the box, and they put a new character in the box.
Yeah.
It was one of those. She's £21. She would make a fine Death Hag. She's got like a whip that curls around her, and she's
all around her,
got the same aesthetic as
a fine addition to the collection.
all of the witches that you currently have if you've got the plastic ones.
To be honest, she would probably rank up relatively okay as well.
Oh,
she's
easily.
quite contained.
She's super contained. She can't be more than about 20mm wide top wax. She'll fit lovely. So yeah, she's got some mileage for you.
Yeah.
The Fire Slayers have also had a character release. It's the Auric Flamekeeper. He's sort of doing something like that, I think.
I hope he's doing something like that.
He's £19. I mean, I know we've said it before. Some of you like to use the Fire Slayers as your Slayers for your Dwarf armies. So this guy would make a Dragon / Demon / Giant Slayer, whatever you wanted. Slayer character.
Yeah.
One of those.
Some form of funky Slayer.
One of those hard dwarfs out there. Going to battle complete naked.
That's right.
Well, they have like a loincloth.
Yeah, trousers actually.
They put trousers.
The original
I mean, the I like that they do like blue and white striped trousers.
Yeah, mine are not going to be blue and white stripes. I'll be honest.
Then you are wrong.
So moving on, their Sylvaneth range or Forest Spirit range, really, as we would think about it in classic Warhammer terms. They've released the Spite Rider Lancers. So these are
giant stag beetles being ridden by a cross of a wild rider and a dryad.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call them stag beetles, but maybe. It's
a giant beetle.
It's a beetle.
It's a beetle.
They're flying a beetle.
Yeah.
Right. Not Paul McCartney or any of the others, but
not a VW car.
No, an actual animal.
Yeah.
Critter, if you will.
Little tiny things.
So
big.
So yeah, so they're flying a beetle, and they're the sort of style of the new sort of. As someone said to me at an event once, I really want to find a use for the elves popping out of the trees, which is an interesting description.
Spite revenants, I think they're called.
Yeah, so they're like the sort of part dryad, part elf models that they do. They're sort of
I'm not sure they're meant to be elves. I think that's meant to be like the spirit of the tree, sprites.
Yeah. But I mean that's what they look like.
Yeah.
So it's those riding the back, but we think that there might be some mileage as Warhawk riders in them.
Possibly.
Give them a bow.
I don't know how big they are though. That's the only.
I think they'll be all right. They look about the right size. Yeah, I've seen some shots of them sort of against other figures in the range. They look all right.
I actually don't mind the models. I actually quite like them. I know some, like you said, you weren't a big fan.
Not a huge fan.
Perhaps if I was doing like a really like Forest Spirit themed army and I wanted to have some more Hawk Riders but have them look a bit more Forest Spirit-y, I might consider them.
Maybe.
But
or maybe like a character on an eagle.
Yeah, there's potential for them.
Character on a beetle.
You get 3 of them for $37.50. So if you're thinking about something as a proxy for Warhawks, I know there's other options out there, but they are available. Still, and then we've got a couple of Vanguard boxes as well. The first one is a Daughters of Kane box. Now this one comes with it comes with 5 Doomfire Warlocks / Dark Riders because you can build either. 10 Witch Elves / Sisters of Slaughter because you can build either. 5 Bloodstalkers / a name of another kit that's for Age of Sigmar that I don't know the name of. I'm sorry. And 1 Melusai Iron Scale. Now that was the sort of Bloodrack Medusa character that they did, which I actually really like. I have to say. So this could be the backbone of Max's Bloodrack Medusa army.
Get a couple of them and you're right there, aren't you?
So
you just need to get the Bloodrat Shrine at that point in time.
The Bloodstalkers are the sort of half witch elf, half snake things. Now we've talked before about maybe using them as unit fillers, or maybe using them as.
I said Dark Riders.
Dark Riders potentially. I don't know how the basing would work on that, but I think there's some options there. You could do something if you were doing something really thematic. Look, the box is £80. It saves you £38. So to be honest, you're basically getting those Bloodstalker dudes for free.
So unless you really want them, you might as well just buy the boxes of the other stuff.
Well, you could just simply. I think I'd go the other way. I'd get them and probably put them in the cupboard if I had no use for them, sell them, or I don't know if I'm not losing any money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for a collection.
And then the other one is Vanguard Skaven. This box I really like. I think it's amazing. 3 Storm Fiends, 20 Clan Rats / Slaves, 1 Warp Lightning Cannon / Plague Claw Catapult, and a Plastic Gracier. Again, £80. This one saves you £28.50. That's all good stuff.
Yeah,
it's all stuff you're going to use in an army.
Skaven can do quite a good shooting army, and Storm Fiends definitely form the backbone of that, thanks to the End Times additions. So,
triple get it out.
I think that's a good. I mean, you could go for 2 of them, and I've said it before. I actually think that a shooting army with like a couple of cannons, a couple of units of Storm Fiends, a couple of Grey Seers, he's actually really strong. And you always need slaves. I mean, you've got if you buy 2, you've got 1 good unit of slaves.
Yeah.
And all the rest like in the world.
1 good unit of slaves.
So I don't know. That's for me. I think that one's that's the gem for me of the Games Workshop stuff this month.
Yeah.
I think that's quite good. So. That's it. That's all the new things we can muster this month, and we do try to look. Yeah, we do try to look quite hard. As always, there's probably STLs or 3D print things or other companies that are doing stuff that we missed. So
into all that hard.
If you see something that's new and you think we should be telling people about it, drop it on an email for us, thetriplecrownguys@gmail.com. Or contact us
you got that right.
on any of the social media
slight
threads.
Pause at the end of
gmail.com.
Did I get it right?
Or any of the social media channels we talked about earlier, let us know and we'll try to feature them going forward. So let's do the month in our hobby. What have we all been working on? Shall we... I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I never go first. I don't think I've gone first in like a year.
I think you went first last time because you said the exact same thing.
Oh, did I? Yeah. Okay, you can go first. What have you been working on?
What have I been working on? I bought Dwarf Army.
Yeah, you
That's the next question. What have we bought?
Yeah. What have I... To be honest, I don't actually think I've painted much. I was on holiday for sort of a week and a bit in the past 4 weeks, which has taken a chunk out of my hobby time. I read the Vampire Wars trilogy over that holiday, which is
brilliant,
fantastic. I would highly, highly recommend it.
Really good book.
Yeah, I cannot recommend it enough.
You can still get it as an omnibus from Black Library as well. So
Vlad, Conrad and Manfred.
Conrad and Manfred. Yeah, and I think it's really, really well written as well. There's like phrases and sort of either like a line that a character says or even small paragraphs that are the same through each of the 3 books. But they all make sense in the sort of part that they're in, and it just really adds to that sort of feel that it's a continuing story. Really good.
Almost like it's a bloodline, if you will.
Almost. It's really good. And if, you know... You don't mind Von Carstein, but it's not all your thing. They've also got quite a big mention of Lamians in there as well, which is very cool. But yeah, would highly recommend anyone who likes vampires at all, or just Black Library and sort of old world fluff, definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's a good book.
But getting back to the hobby that you've worked on this month.
Getting back to the hobby that I've not done.
Just as a point, you said about going on holiday. Years ago, I was chatting to a guy and he was like, I tried to take my painting on hobby with me, on holiday with me. But I got stopped at border security, you know, like to get onto the plane, and they basically had all the pots of paint that I had, and they sort of got them out in like a little jiffy bag or whatever, and it had all of them in it, and they were like shouting at me. He said, and this like official sort of was kind of like, you know, there's any sort of chemicals in here. He said, and he grabbed 2 pots which happened to be a blue and a yellow, and he said to me, you know, tell me what am I going to get if I mix these? And I went, well, probably green. He said, and that did not go over well, basically. So if I can't remember who it was, I apologise. But if that was your story, you are a pig among guinea pigs.
I'd imagine the paints were taken away from
green. they basically were all taken away because he was like, I need to buy like a mega paint set because all my paints are gone because the airport just seized all his paint. I feel bad for you, but that was a really funny story.
That's that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think I've painted like 20 zombies.
Hey!
Yay!
Is one of them hug me?
Maybe.
You'll never be hug me.
Why have you not got hug me?
Hug me-esque.
Why have you not got hug me?
I bought them sort of second hand online and sort of painted them up to match my zombies. I need to finish the basing, but they're basically done. I think that's it, though. To be honest, really not a lot. I've been busy with other stuff.
Busy, like living life and enjoying himself.
So what's the plan for next month, Scott?
Going on more holidays.
I wish. I don't know. I'm a bit stuck now. I've got these dwarves, so I don't know whether I want to get a sort of colour scheme done and sort of for the dwarves and start on them. I don't know if I want to finish off some bits for the vampire counts that I've painted a lot of this year, which we'll get to later. I don't know if I want to actually get onto some Empire, some Dark Elves maybe. I've got a lot of projects to do. Some lizards. I forgot the lizards. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe lizards.
I didn't forget the lizards.
Net
I've
zero.
got a lot to do. But I'm sort of at that weird point where I'm like, I've not got any events that I'm going to that I need to get an army ready for. There's no sort of army that we've not had on the channel that I need to get ready, so there's nothing pushing me that way.
It's just adding.
It might
So
be
I don't
just
really
what we
know.
think we want to do next. That's cool.
Yeah. It's sort of looking at something going, oh, actually, we haven't got one of those for the channel, so I'll paint one of those up. So it might not be like an army I start on, it might just be bits of an army, like maybe some Dark Elf monsters, maybe some, I don't know, Empire Pistoliers or Outriders or something like that.
An Empire character. Let's start with that.
Maybe a character.
Just start.
Speaking of characters, I'm looking at getting some Hero Forge Empire characters.
Yeah, I was
actually.
looking at. I was looking at Hero
Looking
Forge.
at mid and high me sort of Ulrich themed general and BSB captain.
That could be the push you need then.
Could be.
So Max,
Why?
what have you been working on?
Demons of Corn.
Yeah, you have.
I've been painting a lot of red, and it's really broken me.
So what have you actually got done now?
Blood
I actually finished. no. I actually finished. I have a unit of 5 flesh hounds done.
Okay.
They're fully painted. Just got it based.
That was good.
I have a Skull Taker done. He needs to be mounted upon his Juggernaut, which I need to paint separately.
So in a very real sense, not done.
The Skull Taker himself is done. I've got 2 Heralds done, obviously. I'm in the midst of doing a 3rd Herald on my Battle Standard Bearer.
Okay. All the Heralds?
I've got one that's going to be, a general one that's going to be mounted on a Juggernaut. I've got my BSB, and I've got the foot one that I did for the pack.
For the
Scaring
pack,
the Battle Ren.
I got him done. I got, 8 Bloodletters fully done, I think.
Okay, I wasn't far off with 4.
Please, Corn, with 8.
What I keep having with the demons, I keep going backwards and forwards between each model, so I get really bored painting that one single model, and I just go to paint something else.
So you get bored of painting red on Herald, so you decide to paint red on some Bloodletters?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Does that help?
No, not really. I'm halfway through painting my Bloodthirster. And I was like, I'm trying to do like the black on the wings. I'm like, this is just soul destroying. I can't do this anymore.
Try painting black on Terror.
Like Frodo at the end of 2 Towers. I can't do this, Sam.
I may not be able to paint it for you.
Other fantasy franchises are available.
James, look at me. I can't paint it for you.
No, I've got to give you the rousing speech whilst you look over the ruined city. That's what that part is.
Do you remember the taste of strawberry, Sam?
That's when he's like, by rights we shouldn't even be here. That's that one.
Obviously, you're really mid-country.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
It's all wrong.
That accent is all wrong.
It's great.
Anyway, so I think I've got all the Bloodletters now readied. They're all ready.
Okay.
A lot of them got their blades and black done on them now. There's like, I don't know, 4 at least blacked up and everything like that. And then just beyond that, I started painting a Skull Cannon, which is a nightmare. I don't want to paint those.
Lots of gold.
I don't want to paint those again. I've got to paint 2 of those. They're nightmares.
Yeah, you do.
Have you finished the Skull Cannon or
No.
you just started?
No.
Okay.
There's no finishing.
Broken man, he's not even done one.
Yeah.
That's me whenever I paint anything big.
That's you 20 hours into painting your first Dark Elf Ravager.
Yeah. Dark Elf Ravager. Yeah, or me 20 hours into painting the first War Sphinx and being like, I've got 2 in this GT list, I've got to paint it.
I'm midway finishing a unit of Furies. I keep going
Get
back.
things done,
No,
man.
that's not bad though.
I keep going back and
because
forwards.
he's gonna get like he's gonna start to hit like the victory roll where he starts to just like be like that's a unit next day, that's a unit next day, that's a unit.
It won't
True.
be.
It's gonna feel pretty amazing.
It's the first unit of 5 out of 15 Furies.
You've got way too many Furies.
Yeah, I've got too
way too many Furies.
What else
a
are you
lot of
taking?
Furies.
Corn, flesh hands, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
beyond
Yeah.
that,
There's
Ah,
a deep
Blood
dive on
crushers.
there is a deep dive on
Spoke
it.
for 3 hours about it.
I also have a soul grinder in one of the boxes above my bed, which I've still got to paint up and everything like
Is
that.
it unbuilt?
No, it's built.
Oh, okay.
Would it make a difference if it's unbuilt?
Maybe I might have wanted to purchase it, but just carry on.
No, it's built. It's not on a base, so I need to make a base for him. There's a lot. The corner's going. It's going.
Good.
It's going strongly, slightly.
Good. No, it's good.
But yeah, it's just breaking me. So beyond that,
Nice.
I haven't actually bought anything this month. Surprisingly,
Well done.
have I bought
Are
anything?
you feeling okay or
No, I've been feeling quite sick the past couple of days, but that might be something like alcohol or something like that.
probably alcohol poisoning?
Have
But,
I bought anything? I bought me and my brother not to do anything. We bought the Horus Heresy stuff.
Okay.
Me and my brother, there's nothing to do with that, but that's what I did buy.
At least,
Panic
you bought
over.
something. Yeah.
Panic
Yeah, we bought like the start kit for Horus Heresy.
Your bank's not going to think like you're sort of falling down the ditch without your wallet.
Like your bank, when you make a big purchase, you get like the text, don't you? That says like,
you
is
sure?
this,
Was
is this
this you?
definitely you? Max
Yeah.
is the other way around when he hasn't purchased for certain
You
number
feel
of
like you're
models. Are you still okay, sir?
But no, so I bought that. So nothing to do with fantasy.
Is your card still working?
Do you need medical assistance?
I've got more Demons of Corn on the way in a couple of weeks' time. At the time of recording
really?
this from old Rob Nixon,
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
friend and supplier of my hobby addiction.
friend and supplier.
He's given me some more corn stuff, which is now fully paid for. I've just got to
Nice.
pick up at Derby, which is more stuff I've got to
Is
paint.
it? Yeah, I was going to say that all got to be painted.
I think he said the Bloodthirster and Karanak is painted.
Okay.
I might see if it matches my scheme, so I don't
Yeah,
have
it
to
might
paint
be like
anything,
different.
or I might have to see what I can do about it. The Metal Bloodletters are not painted.
That's cool though. They're cool models.
They are nice models.
Yeah, of course. So I've got that coming in. Yeah, that's about it in terms of what I've actually done and bought. Sorry, tell a lie. I did buy it, so I bought that stuff off Rob.
Yeah.
So I did buy it.
Okay.
Technically, I did buy
There we go.
something. I
There we
agreed
go.
to buy it last month.
No, I
this
actually
month.
paid for it this month.
Yeah.
But I actually paid for it this month. So yeah,
I'll
technically
spread out your hobby spending.
Obviously, I can't just do it on my own. Can't take it in one go.
So more corn next month.
More con next month. What I've actually got to get done soon though is some Orcs and Goblins. If I'm honest, I've got to get some squigs done.
Ooh.
Yeah, the squigglies need to be done really soon.
But guess what? That's more red.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
That
you
is-
doing all red?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like the sea of hot red,
Yeah.
red squigs coming at you.
He's lost the plot.
Yeah.
Everything's red now.
Everything's red.
So I've really
Used to be orange, now
I've
it's red.
painted a lot of red in the past like 6 months. My Chaos Dwarfs, my Corn Demons, the Squigs, everything. If it doesn't have a gloss varnish on
Beastmen,
it,
they've got red on it.
Beastmen have got red on it. If it hasn't got a gloss varnish on it as well, it's rubbish. It needs to have some form of gloss on it. I've just gone mad in terms of the painting, but no, and so that's what's need to be done. Am I going to be buying anything this month?
He looked at the notes and went, buying.
Am I buying anything? I might have to buy some more paintbrushes. My paintbrushes are dying. a little
Or
bit.
some more red. By the sounds
No,
of it.
I bought a fresh bottle of red the other day.
Nice.
So red contrast. So everyone's one the Blood Angels red.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. That's a
nice colour.
Nice
Yeah, it is.
contrast colour. Which my brother's also using it to paint some of your stuff as well.
Helpful.
That you commissioned him to paint for it. So no, that's about it for me. I'm sorry. I've let it slide down here in terms of any extraordinary spending.
Yeah, no brand new armies.
No.
Not
Not
very
yet.
boring.
No, there's no brand new armies this month, is there?
Apart
'Cause
from the
you
dwarfs.
Bought the lizards.
Dwarfs.
Oh no, you bought the dwarfs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys.
I'm holding
You're
the side
holding
up.
the side.
Am I
up.
looking to buy any more arms? I might complete
Probably.
my Demons of Zinch once I finish Demons of Corn.
I need to buy a Kairos off you that we discussed
Oh, the baby
months ago.
the baby Kairos.
Yeah.
I need to, because I think he's somewhat broken in a box.
Yeah,
I,
if you could find him in all the bits, that'd be
I think
fantastic.
it's just the staff head that's broken off.
Yeah, okay.
That's fixable.
Yeah,
So
that's doable.
he's in a box.
Lovely.
He's not painted or anything. I got to get him because I have big Kairos now.
Yeah.
So because
I want baby Kairos.
because your brother sold me more
Yeah.
demons because he keeps selling me demons and I keep
what he does.
accepting it. The Demons of Zinch probably going to be on the next on the board or starting my Dark Elves at some point.
There we go. There's the other
And,
army
and
for
I
next
look
month.
sensible. I always look sensible.
Because I bought a really overpriced Dark Elf army book. So I
Yeah,
need to,
you did.
I need to. I
You
couldn't
did.
find
You
anywhere
got
else.
Keep
absolutely
talking about it
fleeced
as well.
for
You
it.
got absolutely smashed on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, I've got it now. I don't care. That's old spending. That's last month's paycheck. This is this month's paycheck now. That's dead money.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
Anyway, moving on from my my addictions.
So what about you? What have you been up to this month?
Not a lot, as always. It's the busy period for my work now.
Work.
Yeah, you know what, mate? You can do one. You were actually with me at work the other day. We did what? 14 hours on a Friday together. 12 hours on a Saturday, 12 and a half hours on a Sunday.
All that time spent with
Fuck.
I mean, to be honest, you are getting a new job soon, as is. Anyway.
I am getting a new job, and that will change drastically when my busy periods are.
Swap.
It's going to be a massive issue because I'm going to get nothing done till Christmas. But next year, next summer, you wait, you wait, ladies and gentlemen.
6 weeks off.
So
what have you actually done?
What have I done?
You've painted some dwarves, haven't you?
I have painted some dwarves. I've done very well on the dwarves, actually. I've based a lot of stuff, a ton of stuff, like 2,000 points of dwarves. Been based, pretty much, yeah. I finished those unit fillers I mentioned on last month.
Yep, nice.
That I was going to use. I've got some more artillery finished. So, and the basing was a big part holding me back at the moment because I've got a list that we're going to get on the channel.
Yep.
And getting that based was a huge part of it. But what I've got left is 8 dwarves with great weapons, 8 longbeards. And they are, at the time of filming, a chunk done. I'm batching them in 8. It's difficult to give you a percentage complete, but I'm batching them in 8.
Everyone's really
because there's only 8 left to do, so I'm like, well,
right. So you're not batching them in 8. You're just painting them all at the same time.
All 8 at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Corn loves it.
I was going to say, I thought you'd batch the whole unit in 8.
No.
In 8.
No, normally I'd batch them in like 4s.
Okay.
For the time. That's
really
like
upsets me. Don't do it in multiples of 5.
Yeah.
5 is that's the only number you batch in is 5 because it really upsets me.
Good.
Sorry, he's a small man and a small army, so obviously you got to take a smaller number.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever sleeping night, mate. So they've been the sort of main primary focus of my hobbying. I've made some soft purchasing. I bought a Sigvald. I don't know if that was last month or this month, but I bought.
Oh, you bought the baby Sigvald.
Metal Sigvald, which I got second hand for 25 quid, but he's brand new, so I'm very happy with that price. It's pricey, but I'll pay it. I managed to get the Chaos Lord on Demonic Mount.
The booby snake.
The one that I sold to Max. I bought back off Max.
Yeah, he sold it to me.
Brilliant.
How long ago?
I don't know. 2 years ago.
No. It was last year.
Oh, okay, a year ago.
It was like sometime last year. I bought off him because I didn't own that model. James has come grovelling back to me in a message saying,
grovelling back.
You know, good friends. You might say your good friend James back his Chaos on Demonic Mount.
It will add to this Sinesh collection. So my Warriors of Sinesh came out for a game actually this month, which was nice. It's the first time since January I've busted them out for a game. I haven't had a lot of games, like social games, that are not like on the channel.
None of us do.
Scott
does because he
you live around the corner to the place.
Corner.
But yeah, I managed to get a game out which was really cool, and I thought I'll play with them. I've not used them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had a really rock and rolling time, so that was good. So that prompted me to buy the Demonic Man character,
the Booby Snake, which is a lovely model.
I am eyeing up some other things.
Are you going to use it as a unit filler? Or are you going to use it as a Lord on Demonic Mount?
BSB on Demonic Mount, because he's got the flag on the back.
The giant flag. He's a lovely model.
He is a very nice model.
And then I can sort of go Pendant Sinesh or Crown of Command. They're both good. I mean, yeah, that's the level of competitive we're talking about. They work nicely. And
I've now got the feeling you had, Scott, when you sold him your Wood Elves, and I now feel instant regret at selling it back to him. I'm like, oh,
at least you only did it with one model. I did it with a whole army that you can no longer get.
Yeah, but you sold it for another army you can no longer get.
Yeah, you got it for an army you can no longer get.
The net,
look, all right.
And net value is 0.
Okay, it's just
net zero.
Nitpicking. Okay,
Just zero.
Just
nitpicking.
I can't think of much else. I've bought plenty of paint and stuff because I've been sort of getting through things, and it's just getting to that point where stuff's old, and you sort of go, I'll chuck it away.
No new armies because he's boring.
No, because I just haven't had time to think about it. I will probably get a Demons of Sinesh army at some point. I've sort of planned that one out, but that's not going anywhere at the moment. We've been a bit demonsed out because we've done deep dive stuff, haven't we? I'm really excited.
I really felt the plague touch.
Yeah.
The demons at the time. It's been rough.
Next month, I don't know. I wouldn't expect much. I'm sorry, everyone, from me, just because. Well, I'm really busy. No Chaos Storm's done.
3 months?
Oh, at least.
I don't even know what we're messing about. We all knew it was going to be like this.
He's going. Who cares? Like,
it's not who cares. It's just those. I do care. There's nothing I can do about it. like if we're going to get the regular duels on for battle reports, then I've got to finish them, and then we'll see. They're in the mix for after that, but it's just I'm just so ridiculously busy at this time of year, so that's it really. I have to kind of earn a living first, and then we'll adulting 4 out of 7 would
then
not recommend.
You spend those earnings
in the winter. Yeah. So that's it. So social media wise. I'll start with a big shout out for Saturday's showcase. We've not done one for a couple of weeks actually. We need to do one. We might have done one yesterday because I thought we haven't done one, so we'll make sure we do one. I think we've probably got some stuff that we might have some stuff people have sent in. I think we have.
Maybe.
I probably have. I've just not looked at it. Yeah.
Scott's PR, so you should know.
Scott should know, but it's probably me.
Sometimes people just send it to James, and that doesn't help me.
The face.
I do most of the social posts.
I love just being behind the scenes.
I've got some really cool... Actually, I know I've definitely got something really cool. But yeah, Saturday Showcase, if you've got some cool figures you want us to show off on our social media, why are you not sending them to us?
Yeah.
Drop them over to us on the Facebook. Feel free to get in touch with us via the Instagram. Or
comment on the YouTube.
Or you could comment on the YouTube, as Max said. Or you could just drop us an email to the triplecrownguys@gmail.com.
Yeah, that one does.
Zero hesitation.
That one does have a the at the
start. And we will pop them up, get them up.
Yep.
Talk about your cool stuff.
Put you on blast. Put you out there to the world to see. You'll be famous. I'll make you famous, baby.
Obviously, this is just before. You're seeing this just before. We go to Derby for the Derby Deathmatch. So lots of our social stuff this month has been about Derby lists, modelling, like comp stuff, questions about sort of structuring and stuff. So I can't think of much that isn't boring for you, but interesting for us, but probably more boring for you.
Your go through list is interesting for us.
But I think that
we like it.
The Derby Deathmatch event is going to be really, really cool.
Seen some mad lists in there.
And it's the hobby in as well. Some people have sent us some really cool models. They're like, I want to use this as this, and is this alright for it? You're like, yeah, that's cool. And, you know, I know that some of you at home will be sitting there thinking, I asked this and they wouldn't let me use it, or they wanted me to change this. Look, we try really hard to balance that up and get it right, and we're the first to admit we don't always get the modelling standard exactly correct and exactly how we want it. So we try really hard. Please try and understand that. Try to work with us so that, you know, together we can take what you want to do and kind of what we feel that the needs of the event are and try to marry those close together. And
we always try to be as reasonable as we can be. But generally the main idea is if the model you want to use or models you want to use, if they are armed with the right things, if they are generally roughly the right sort of size, obviously on the right base.
That's pretty important.
And if they have the right sort of, I'm going to say like anatomical features, like if you want to use something as a dragon, it should have wings.
Yeah.
If you want to use something as something that's undead, it should look undead.
Yeah, the sort of the constituent parts, if you like.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you want to do like a piece of artillery out of something really cool, it needs to have the crew represented.
Yeah.
It needs to have a barrel.
Like that. Yeah, it needs needs to kind of be the artillery
Unless
thing,
it's
and it needs to have, you know, the crew. Do you know what I mean?
Stone thrower.
So you get the picture, but we're really excited about Derby because it's so close now.
Yeah, and I think we've been through most of the lists now, and it's really interesting seeing a lot of very, very different styles of lists that I don't think you'd normally see at the GT.
From different styles of people.
You can see people have thought much more. My immediate gut feeling is the vast majority have thought a lot more about denying their opponent victory points than they have about getting victory points of their own.
Yeah.
Which I think is really interesting because it's definitely a more popular tactic in win-loss draws. Still very common in 20-0, but I'm not sure how well it's affects those armies that can go out and score the big points.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I wonder how many games are actually going to be quite close if they were 20-0s, but obviously definedly clear results in terms of the way that Derby is scored.
Yeah. It's certainly going to be very interesting.
Faction breakdown's interesting as well to me.
Yeah.
It's not a ton of elves again, am I right? We did go through it. Actually, it might be a moderate volume of elves this time.
There's quite a few dark elves. I think there's probably 5.
It's 4 dark elves, I think.
4 dark elves?
4 dark elves, 2 high elves from what I remember, and 1 wood elf.
Yeah.
No, 2 Wood Elves. There's definitely 2 Wood Elves.
Oh, 2 Wood Elves, yeah.
So actually, Elves have made a comeback. Because of the GT...
Yeah, I suppose
only like
that'd
sort
make,
of...
what, 8?
Yeah, that's
8 out
like...
of 34.
Yeah, so that's a good chunk of the field.
Yeah,
What's that? Like a quarter?
Almost.
Whereas if I think about the GT a few months ago, Elves were the thing that was really missing. I know a few people said to us, "Oh, Demons have won again," and I'm kind of like, "Yeah, well, you know, their biggest problem is Elves." There weren't many elves. Not a lot
the
of
Demons that
people
won lost 2 elves.
2 elves,
Yeah,
which were second. So
Yeah.
it's definitely interesting to see if there's a knock-on effect there where people have looked and gone, well, if that
Actually,
was
there's
doing
not
well
many
last
elves,
time,
yeah.
I'm going to take elves because I think that will give me a real leg up against those types of lists. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I can't wait. Again, I think every faction again as well.
Beastmen, generic Beastmen.
Yeah, they're not there.
No generic beastmen, but there are armies with beastmen in.
There are
there's some
armies,
legion
there's a couple of
lists.
legions lists.
Yeah,
there's a Skaven.
which
there's
again's
some
really
goblins.
surprising to me. The sort of the legions list thing, because I'm thinking the comp bracket's tight, so you're gonna have to make a lot of concessions to get a legion list in, and people have. But here we go. Legions lists are on our radar as well, aren't they? So
yes,
talked about that. They're on our radar at the moment. So not for this year, obviously, because we don't change mid-season anything.
Yeah.
But they are definitely. We're definitely paying some special attention to
They're a
them.
2023 problem.
Yeah, they definitely
they're
are.
a winter Triple Crown issue.
Yeah, they definitely are. So I don't think there's much else, milestones or anything exciting like that's happened this month.
No, I don't think so.
No
I
milestones or
can't think of
subscriptions
anything.
or anything like that. Nothing.
Ooh,
No.
help us hit milestones.
I mean,
people.
your Take the Crown
With Rob Nixon.
pig video.
He's skyrocketing.
The views are still skyrocketing. If you haven't checked it out,
weird.
check it out. It's madness.
You
It's
guys
just utter madness.
It's not Other Madness, it's a cow, not
No.
pig. Yeah, you guys love you some pigs.
Yeah, I
mad.
mean it's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is also madness is, frankly, mine and Dave's Take the Crown. That is a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
crazy video.
So if you
actually.
haven't, check that one out.
What's that one? No, I'll just keep the pigs going up.
the pigs.
But please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and tell
As
your
Max
friends.
does his dance.
Yeah, tell your friends. Max will dance. I'll put the crown on.
Scott will do something soon. We keep saying Scott will do something soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he will.
I've put
he
it
will.
off so far.
He's been very quiet on that sort of front.
So some Warhammer news. I'm going to do Warhammer news.
Mm-hmm.
Champions Destiny. As always, I'll start with this. If you are in the UK, if you're not in the UK, you can also take advantage, but you'll get more benefit if you are in the UK. But if you are, then you need to check out Champions of Destiny UK 8th edition Warhammer Fantasy Battles players. Is that correct?
I think so. It
I
might
think
not
I'm
have
close.
battles. It might just be Warhammer Fantasy.
No, I
players.
think it's battles.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
maybe.
battles.
Maybe. I thought it might not have Warhammer, but that wouldn't make a lot
No,
of sense.
it's more. It's
No.
I think what you said is correct.
Okay, check it out. Find it. Look for it on the Book of Face, because that is where you'll find it. Mark Pete set the group up, but it's now adminned by many a quality admin.
Thanks, man.
It's
nice,
just a really cool place to go. There's lots of
lots of hobby interactions. Lots of events are mentioned on there.
yeah.
Even just people, sort of not events, people meeting up for games and sort of organising local sort of hobby groups. Yeah, it's a really good place
Cool
for the hobby,
ideas,
particularly in the UK.
People sharing like, oh, I've seen these cool models, you know, I'd like these. So there's lots of cool stuff going on there, and it's literally free to go onto Facebook and press join.
Press join.
You know, it's not hard. Whilst you're there, you can, if you've not done it yet, you can like and follow Triple Crown Wargaming as well. But you know, whatever, you can do that too if you want
Whatever floats your boat.
to. Speaking of free things that you can sign up for, make sure you head over to triplecrownwargaming.com if you haven't done it yet and sign up as a knight errant. It's free. That's easy. You just put your email address in and say, hello, it's me. It's free. It's great.
I mean, you can say that to your laptop. It won't do anything, but
If it's free, it's for me.
hey.
You get some extra content that you can't get on YouTube, basically.
Yep.
On the website, and it's like a little taster if you want to bite the bullet, dive into your Knight of the Realm subscription, which comes with a bucket load of cool additional extras, all of which you've seen us talk about many times
Knight Errant.
before.
Knight Errant's the teaser.
Yeah.
The Knight of the Realm is the pleaser. That's what it is.
Speaking of things that Knight of the Realm subscribers have done for us, I want to give a massive thank you, and I know the rest of you guys want to as well, for all of the amazing support we've had for the Sundering of Athel Loren event that will be running in October. So we filmed last month in Warhammer before we released the tickets.
Yep.
But it was coming out
The day after.
Yes.
Because we released them the Saturday night.
But the video came out after we'd released the tickets.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So we were saying like, oh, you know, there might still be tickets available. Again, you guys amazing. By Sunday, we put them up on Saturday night. By Sunday, they were sold out. Now, we always, for all of our major 2-day events, we put our tickets out 24 hours early for Night of the Realm subscribers, and they go on general release on the Sunday evening. This is another event that did not make it to general sale, so this sold out on just you subscribers. So again, massive thanks for all your support to us. And what was really cool is it's quite a different crowd.
Yeah, lots of new names.
Lots of new names, lots of names that don't necessarily want to come to the other two sort of, shall we say, sort of competitive driven events.
The new guys get to see, you know, us being us in our natural habitat.
I'm really excited. Because this was the thing I was like a bit worried about, because this is kind of the thing we put ourselves out there most on, because it's all
very different
scenarios and new rules and kind of new things. So it's
nice to see all the work that's been put into like the characters in the pack is actually going to come to not fruition.
And it'll be a really cool fun weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
With story times and food.
You do love story time.
Dude, everyone loves a story time.
And,
everyone's so quiet during story time.
They love story time.
We have had a couple of people actually who are new to the narrative events ask us, well, what's the sort of deal? Do people actually go and like sort of play into the narrative? Do they still take the competitive stuff even though there's no, like, because there's no comp, because there's no restrictions on it? And you know, I'll say the same as what I said to them. People play the narrative.
Yeah, they do in general.
By and large, you might get 1 or 2 people at the event that, you know, take their same list. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You like using the list, use the list. You know, we're not there to stop you taking it. But by and large, people take the fluffy list. They take the characters. They use the items from the pack. And we try to incentivise that not by using the comp, but by using the missions in the pack, which incentivise you having all of those, you know, the special characters, the free characters.
If you don't do
those
it,
sort of things,
you'll struggle.
Yeah,
weirdly, if you take your usual like, this is my mega strong, bashes everyone Warhammer army, you'll actually find you don't win a lot of games.
Yeah, because another thing is the missions aren't scored on what you kill.
Nope.
No, it's mission
It's
points.
not victory points, it's mission points, which again incentivises people to take the sort of more fluffy lists. And I think people who come to the narrative, they want a different style of event.
Yeah.
So they're going to go and they're going to play with a different army that they maybe don't use all the units of all the time because they're just not that competitive.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why we buffed stuff. It's going to be cool. I'm really excited about it, and I think that you guys are going to be in for a real treat, because what makes it so good is, as much as I jest about story time and the time that we put in, it's the fact that people come and they really do immerse themselves in the pack like that, and it becomes like a whole sort of experience for the weekend.
Yeah.
3 months away.
Plus, we've got Eighthable.
Oh, I can't wait for
Cannot wait. So very excited.
So good.
So thank you once again for all your cracking support for us. Couldn't think of an adjective. So events. I'm going to cover one new one and a couple that have been out for a little while but have still got tickets available. So winter is coming. Sorry, I'll do that again.
Oh God.
Winter is coming. It's an event. Excuse me.
Really hit them up, didn't it?
It's an event on 29th and 30th of October 22. 2 days, 2,400 points. I'm going to stop now. It's a team event, so you need 3 players on your team. It's going to be held at Holmfirth Gaming Centre, where I got the crown. I've only put this on for Tim. He moans I don't wear it enough in videos. So it is being run by Tim, who ran the...
it's up at the back.
Thanks, mate. Who ran the King of the North. It wasn't called the King of the North, was it? It was called
the North. It was called the North Remembers.
We ran the North Remembers earlier in the year. So this one has got a bit of a different shape to the comp, insofar as there isn't really any.
There's no sort of hard and soft choices.
It's nothing like that.
There are restrictions.
Can't duplicate items across the team.
Yeah, so you can't have the same magic items across the 3 armies. You can't have
no
the same
special
army.
Characters?
No special characters, and you can't have the same army in the team. So you can't have like a team of 3 Dark Elf armies, for instance.
You can check it out again if you punch Winter is Coming into the search bar in Champions Destiny.
Yep.
You'll be able to see the posts in there that will take you to the group.
Yes, you will.
But you need a team of 3, so find 2 friends or just anyone you know that plays Warhammer that will come with you.
Get 2 people off the street. Get 2 people off the street. Give them an army and go large.
Tickets are £105, but that's for the team of 3, so that works out at 35 a player. Yeah. So very cool. We are hoping to get to that, but as Max alluded to earlier, I'm changing jobs in the coming months. Max is changing jobs in the coming months, and Scott changed jobs not long ago,
a couple of months ago.
And so we are at the moment.
We're in life changes.
The end of our year is a little bit. We're just trying to map our way through what life is going to be like once all those changes settle.
What life's going to be like in the new world.
It's whether we can kind of make it fit, but we're really hoping to be there. We do quite like the idea of a team event, don't we? We've done them in the past and enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah. That line reminds of some sort of post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah.
James wonders what life will be like in the new world.
That's it. So hopefully we will see you there. But if you like the idea of a team event and doing something really cool with your mates for the weekend, it's a really good venue.
I actually do like the team events. It forces a little bit of thinking beyond the usual. I'm playing this guy. Let's see how I do it.
It's different. I like it. And Tim run the last team event that I went to. I think all of us went to it.
Yeah.
A few years ago before COVID.
That was an eventful one.
It was. Yeah. Let's not talk about my car. Yeah. Not a fan of Sheffield. Anyone from Sheffield? Don't have a problem with you. The place, not a fan. But that was really good. Actually, it was really interesting. They broke into my car. It was really interesting, the dynamic of sort of how you worked out the matchups and how that was done with comp score. It was really good, actually. So I am hoping we can get to this one.
It was a last minute thing for me, that tournament as well. So I was told, Nick needs a team. I was like, there's an event going on?
Yeah.
Why wasn't I told about it?
We just excluded.
Apparently.
We wanted the best chance of winning. So.
Ooh. So you wanted the best chance of winning, so you didn't bring me, who's obviously a good player to prevent you from winning and everything like that.
That is correct.
So, Cardiff Christmas Crusade.
Thanks, mate.
The lads from Cardiff, the team over there, led by Chris, are putting together another event this year, 19th and 20th of November, 2 days, 2,500 points. Tickets are £40 each. That's going to be at Firestorm Games again in Cardiff.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely venue.
Yeah, they ran one June and that got 40 odd players in the end, so a really cool event. I think they're using, from what I've seen, they're using a version of Triple Crown comp again as well.
A version of our comp with some changes that they.
I don't think there's actually changed. I think it's missions. I think the raw.
The missions have changed. There are some changes to the comp. I think.
Okay. But you can check it out if you're looking for one towards Christmas, end of November.
Yeah.
And just gonna drop another note in here, which is the week after in November. The Plunder Illustria, we talked about it last month. It's a campaign weekend, 26th and 27th of November. We haven't got any more details at the moment, but we will bring you them as we get them. But if you go onto Facebook and punch in Box of Frogs events, you will find more details about it there. Whew.
All the events.
All the events. All the news.
All the news.
All the news. So.
See, it's a 9 out of 10.
We'll
camera pans onto the background.
So we are going to have a chat now about our hobby goals. We set some New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, he is.
On our Christmas episode, as we mentioned earlier on, and we thought
Yeah, not we.
We thought that we would check in to see how we're getting on. Just to check those aims and objectives, if you will, and see how we're punching across the year. So I have got Scott first, but shall we
leave him to last?
Shall we leave him to last?
Yeah.
Let's start with you, Max. Yeah. So Max set some very loose goals.
I'm not sure how we let him get away.
And in the fun of I watched the video back, and we were really laughing and joking. And somehow this was a brilliant tactic from Max.
Yeah.
Because his New Year's resolution was so loosely worded, it's almost impossible to foul, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So he said, "I want to buy less armies and get something painted," and we apparently accepted that.
That we were like, yeah, that's fine.
So lower our expectations of Max completing
7
figures.
months down the line, you cannot say anything about it anymore.
So how is it going, Max?
I bought less armies and I got some stuff painted.
But didn't you buy one army last year?
No, I bought 2 armies last year.
2 armies.
Right. Last year I bought my Beastman army.
Yeah.
So which I bought after we started the channel. Literally just after we started the channel, and I bought a Chaos Dwarf army last year.
Okay. So far you've bought Demons of Khorne.
This year I bought Demons of Khorne.
Okay.
He is on a 2-to-1 ratio.
I'm 2-to-1. But then I also sold an army to Scott.
That doesn't count.
I don't know. I think I'm going to give him a net 0.
No, because the resolution wasn't to have fewer armies than last year. I will say this: well, the Blizzmen were bought in 2020, so you can't add those to the list. That's all. No. So I'm on 2-to-1. I bought less armies this year.
Hold on. Hands up if you think we should count the net 0 for Max for selling an army whilst buying one. Just me?
Mate, is this,
Put your hand up.
Is this in my favour?
Yeah, it is. You mean you've done
Unbelievable.
0. Yeah, so 2 to 1.
This is why
2
you
to 1. I'm
shouldn't
like
live in
Max's army.
democracies. This is why you shouldn't live in democracy.
2 to 1. I'm like Max's armies, which is now 2 to 0.
The big 0. Yes. So I bought less armies, and I've actually got like.
Yeah, but you'll still buy more than 2 in the coming 6 months. So
yeah,
it's
he
fine.
will. He will. He's going to lose. That's why I'm happy to give him the net 0. He's already lost, mate.
I know I'm going to, but now you said it, I'm gonna really like. I don't want to do it.
You're going to hold out until maybe September.
I think it's going to be sad when he's like December 20th and he purchases and he's shaking because he's almost got to the end of the year, but he presses the buy button.
He was 2 days from retirement. takes police out 2 days to retirement. No, it's not that change.
Takes crown off.
But no, so yeah, as I said, the resolution was buy less armies, get something painted. So I bought the less armies.
So you just bought Demons of Khorne?
I bought Demons of Khorne. I've bought army books, not the physical armies themselves.
Clutching.
So I say that I bought the only army book I bought is the Dark Elves one, which is
and then you're going to buy an army to go with them.
So painting wise, what have you actually got done?
Beastman. Oh, so this year,
this year.
pigs.
Yeah.
I painted 17 pigs.
So still 1 to paint.
Still 1 to paint, and they really broke me. I really don't want to paint it. So I got 17 pigs painted. I got a lot of orcs and goblins painted at the beginning of this year as well, like Savage Orcs and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Savage Orcs, Savage Orc War Boss,
Squid
Gobber,
Black Orc War Boss.
Mm-hmm.
There is other stuff I feel like.
Guy on a cave squig?
Yeah.
Guy on a giant cave squig. Like little bits and pieces added to like the general.
The vast majority of your cow stalls are painted this year as well. Because you took them to North Remembers in April, so they would have been painted between like January and April.
Say about only 600 points wasn't painted. That was one model. Was already painted, and that was one model. So I painted like 1900 points of cow stalls. And
really good.
And I've still got bull centaurs to paint as well.
Yeah.
So they're still painted. They're still got to be painted. I haven't got around to doing it because I just haven't had the enthusiasm for Chaos Dwarves since that weekend. I always get burned out after a weekend with an army. Yeah. That's why I haven't used Warriors of Chaos for. God.
Yeah, we're going to have to get them back on the channel soon, actually. We've had 2 take the crowns that have helped us out there, haven't they? But we haven't actually used any of our warriors for ages.
No. I haven't actually used my warriors since October.
Wow.
Since the Cardiff Crusade. That's the last time I actually used my warriors. So I really got burnt out with Warriors Chaos after that point in time. And then recently I've started painting the Khorne Demons.
Which we discussed earlier.
Yeah, so I've got models painted, fully painted, the flesh hounds, 5 flesh hounds.
To be fair, you've done really well. It's something that I ridiculed you for in the Christmas video was basing, and unfortunately there has been very little development on that front.
It's my worst aspect of painting.
And I did say we'll get together, and you quipped James is going to rebase your army, and I said he is not, and I still stand by that. He is not, but we will do something.
I say help me base the pigs.
Yeah, and they look better.
That was about to be one of those things which you go. They're actually pretty good. They're actually pretty nicely painted. For you.
That's why I dropped it in. I was like, I'll just drop it in politely.
Well, they look better.
So you've done.
Obviously, someone doesn't like how my pigs are painted.
I think I do like how the pigs are painted. I don't like how they eat stuff, but or when you're an idiot and then cast a shadow spell and don't swap your 500 point. Don't use the lore attribute to save your 500 point wizard from being pig food.
And get absolutely trucked over.
And then he got pigged. I'm like,
he got trucked by the pig.
The worst part of that is I was at the end. I was like, I should have cast it for my own dudes. I'm like, no, I should have just used a lore attribute
from the other spell that I did
chatting away on the video, and then like about an hour after we'd done, I'm like, lore attribute. I think I texted you and was like, I don't just use the attribute.
Well, no, you weren't about to use the lore attribute because it was a lore death spell.
No, I then cast Occam's Mind Razor on my archers, and then the little smile on his face. Yeah, you did. You're an idiot.
No, but then you got hit by the pig dart.
I did get hit by the pigs. So, I do like the pigs actually. I'm just so pleased that you've got them and that they're coming on the table. So I think they're cool, mate. I love them.
Go all the way back to the archives, to the first day of this month, to the first day of this month from Warhammer. I mentioned that I want to get a Beastman army with 18 pigs.
Do you?
That's really the very first.
You see development on this channel. You see
very first.
You see evolution.
Weirdly, from Max.
From me. Yeah. Anyway, not these two.
No, you've done really well. I think we should give you an out of 10 score on how you're doing, and I have to say, I think it's going to be highest of the lot. I think it's a solid.
This is just so you can ridicule me.
It's a solid 8 for me. Do you see that 8 out of 10?
No.
Scott does not give me any praise.
He's bought less armies.
At best. We're only halfway through the year.
But at this point, I would give him an 8 out of 10. We can reassess this. Why would you only give him a 6?
Because I think he's 2 for 1. He's not 2 for 0.
Even if he's 2 for 1, he's still bought 50% less armies, and he's painted a lot.
Yeah, but on average, he has painted
a lot. In that video,
all
you
of
sat
those
here in this seat, and you went, "Help us!" like this, because you were so disgruntled with the lack of his painting, and I'm proud of him. I'll say it. I'm proud to call him my friend.
All of those 6 points are for the fact he's painted a lot.
No, you can't give him nothing for buying less armies.
On average, he'll buy 2 armies.
He's bought less armies than you. You've bought like 5 armies this year.
That wasn't my goal.
All right, Shane Ward. Well, no, wait, that was his goal.
That was his goal.
I'm just sitting in their corner, just like, what is going on?
I think 8. I do.
6.
Should we cut the difference on 7? That's negotiation. That's a team effort. We'll say 7.
6.8. I feel like
all this hatred that Scott has for me and my painting goals is from one time Warhammer World.
It's epitomised by that time. I'll let you off. Yeah.
It's the only reason Scott hates my painting.
It's not the only reason. It's the only reason I mention it.
It's just a part of it. Yeah. So we're going for 7 out of 10, Max. You've done really well. If 7 out of 10 is the high bar today as well, let's move across. Let's do me. And then we can finish with you.
And we can
finish
with ridiculing me.
I'll say this because James has to read for himself. James's goal was at least 2,500 points of dwarves and Celestial Warriors of Chaos, which at the time was 3,000 points.
That was to be painted.
Yes, to be painted. And then paint more terrain for the channel to look at more themed tables.
Okay.
So, to be honest, 3 out of 4 of those are pretty much done.
Or 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. What's the 4th point?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What, to look more?
Dwarves,
warriors, terrain, themed tables.
Oh, well, yeah.
No, you're
tables.
clutching. Yeah. Dwarves, warriors, terrain.
It's comma.
The terrain is for the themed table.
A comma to look at more themed tables.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's really.
I'm trying to help you.
It's really
I'm trying to help you here.
So look, right.
3.
The terrain one, I'm gonna be honest and throw myself under the bus. We did a lot of terrain as a team
for the event.
Yeah, we did a lot of terrain as a team as well, and we didn't just be like, we can grab this stuff and this will work for the event. We did sit down and think, well, what can we do about theme? What can we do for this? So we did take the opportunity to make things cooler, and I think that the tables we're putting on back reps right now, they're far more themed than they were last December.
Yeah,
I agree. About that.
Yeah,
I think that was his plan all along. Back in December. I'll
there's a lot more options.
Paint more terrain. But buy more terrain for the events. These two have to get involved in it.
I think the mats that we've got now, which we have for the event, and we're using on the channel as well, help with that as well. Because we've got lots of different surfaces. We've got like the sort of grassy field, we've got the sort of deserty look, and we've got the sort of icy tundra.
Yeah, and then we've got the terrain that kind of matches it as well.
Each of
we've
those,
got nice deserty stuff, nice jungle-y or forest
foresty.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased with that, but I can't take full credit for it because I was just a part of that.
That'll dock off your score.
That was a team effort. The dwarves, I'm all right. I'm there.
Yep.
I'm there. I mean,
and you're like 8 models. You are.
Yeah, which will be done at the time that you see this, because if they're not, we've got serious problems.
Yeah.
Yep. So they will have to be done. Because more on this later. So 2,500 points is there. I have to say it's not the exact.
Old wolves.
It's not the exact 2.5 I wanted to bring to the desk like day one.
Yeah.
But it is there.
It is an old dwarves.
No, it's not all dwarves. Some of it's artillery.
Some of it's a monster.
Yes. Get ready. But yeah, I'd like to do a bit more. Like at least I'd like to sort of by the end of the year I'd like to have another 400 points so that I can do sort of at
maybe
least
round it up to like 3k.
Well, yeah, I could do. It's more so that I can do at least 2.5
of just
kind of dwarves without dipping into monsters or anything like that.
Yep.
The only thing that's let you down is Warriors Chaos.
Massively.
Yeah, that's not gone well.
No, I painted some stuff after that video because I just bought the army then.
So you had a high drive for it.
Yeah, so I painted 1 of 10 trolls. I've painted 1 of 20 odd warriors. I've painted.
Have you painted any characters? I don't think you have.
No. I've painted a chariot.
Have you? Oh, you have
finished the chariot.
Yeah. Yeah, which has got like the steeds of Sinesh in it rather than the horses. So I'm quite proud of that. I've got a second one to do. I actually opened the box playing a game and I've got one of your chariots built and painted in my box, which I was obviously using whilst I was waiting for waiting to convert my second one. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I was like, what am I going to do?
That's how long it's been since you've used your warriors.
Because my other one's all in bits because it's you know, all like a bit of awkward converting and it's all painted in bits. I opened the box, I'm like, oh, I've still got one of Max's. Great!
I was wondering why it was a massive. Well, when I looked for it, there was a massive gap in the box for a charity.
Steal it. I will give you it back, but I've got it. It's safe.
I think, to be honest,
he'll give you it back when he's finally converted and painted that other Sneshy chariot.
The year is 2026.
It's Dave Churchill.
36.
Last year, Dave Churchill sold me the box that contains 3 Chaos Chariots in it, so I've still got another 3 at home. I'm built and unpainted.
You're fine.
I'm not fine. I want my chariot back to
I'm built and unpainted.
All 3 of them are, yeah.
I think we can discuss this.
I don't think we can.
You want them?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe he'll hold your painted chariots ransom.
Maybe.
To discuss unpainted chariots.
So yeah, that's where I've fallen a bit short. There is still time.
Yeah.
But
you still have 5 months.
So maybe before Christmas, maybe. But I'm not hopeful.
With your
I'm not
new
gonna
job,
lie to you guys. I've got a new job and I've got the stuff to do for Chris Page. I said I'd get done because it matches all the other stuff I did. And like I said, I've still got a few more points of dwarves that I'd like to get done. As much as I'm really excited about the Sinesh Warriors again, I've got my fire right back, busting them out for some games.
Those Warriors do make me want to buy some Sinesh Warriors.
They're cool, aren't they? But I really want to show off some of the conversions and the cool stuff on the channel too. So maybe if I get some stuff done, I'll put some pictures up on socials for now. But I have failed on that front. So I think I'm doing alright on the dwarves, and we'll definitely have.
I failed you, Master Wayne. I failed you.
I have failed you. I have failed you, Max.
See, no, you're not Michael Caine crying in front of the.
No, I need to be more Michael Caine than I.
I failed you, Master.
I have failed you.
I failed you, Master Bruce.
I didn't mean to, but I have. Scott's just disgusting.
Fast forward 5 minutes in the movie, you're sitting on the Italian Riviera drinking a cup of coffee, and there's me sitting across the way painting some Sinesh Warriors.
I like the way that you're Batman and I'm the decrepit butler.
Obviously, peak physical condition.
So peaky physical condition. But yeah, so that's it really. I'm happy with my progress on the dwarves, and I'm really pleased to say that we're going to have every single army available now for battle reports on the channel all the time.
We own every single army.
Which has been a little longer than we'd hoped. I think we'd really have loved to have done it on the 1 year, but what are we, 14 months?
This is episode 16.
16.
Because
we released episode 1 the first week of the channel.
So
it's Thursday, so it's sort of the 15th month.
Yeah. So overall, you guys can give me a score out of 10 for these.
I'll give you a 7.
Oh, give me the same.
Oh, tight.
Scott's not going to give me that, so stay at 7 because you can negotiate.
To be honest, what will Scott give you then?
I'm going with 5.
See, I think you should be docking points for the Warriors of Chaos.
Yeah, so...
But that's why I'm not getting 10.
and the fact that you didn't paint the terrain yourself.
I did paint some of it.
Yeah, what I did was like, right, well, you've got 3 things. That's like 3 1/3 points each.
Yeah.
So 3 1/3 for the dwarves. You say 3 1/3 for the terrain, but then knock a few off.
Yeah, I'm happy
so
with that.
I'm down to 5.
Okay, I'll go 5. I might even go 5.5.
Oh, okay, well, I'll take 5. I'm happy to take 5. 5 is what I was hoping
it's
for.
A lot better than I'm going to get.
Really, when I started this, 5 was what I was hoping for. So we're not doing bad. We'll have to see where we get to.
If you can get the other 5 in the second half of the year.
I doubt it. So, Scott's goals. Scott talked a big game, ladies and gentlemen.
He did talk a big game.
And actually, going back and videoing it, we have ridiculed him about what we thought was the big game, but it was literally just a part of the things that Scott pledged. So, and I quote, 2 mounted vampire counts boxes would be a start. So that was the start collecting
ones with the 5 horses, the mounted character,
and the Graveguard.
20 Graveguard.
Yeah. So they would be quote a start from you. Then you said 5,000 points of Middenheim Empire, and then explained to us how you've had them for about 3 years. And then you also mentioned 2 Terrorgeists because, quote, you can't use the birds anymore from Max. And you said some Cryptoras because apparently they're easy to paint thanks to contrast. So how is it going?
Okay.
He's like, do you know what, the vampire stuff saved me. I could show progress on that stuff.
Look, I'm not going to lie to everyone at home.
Oh, I'm just thinking, I painted loads of Empire as well this year. For North Members.
You painted some Empire?
Yeah, I painted
all of it.
No, not all of it. And I painted a load of High Elves for some battle reports as well.
But that's not your...
But that's not my hobby goal. Yeah, of course Max is the one who just paints anything. And no one cares about what I've painted that's not the goal.
No. I'll be honest, I'm not going to lie to you. I've not painted any Empire this year. Nothing.
Max...
It's not gone well.
Max doing the lip bar over there.
I'm not going to pretend it's not going well. I had to paint just over 400 points a month to get the 5,000 by the end of the year. It's not going well. I'm now on about 1,000 points a month. to get up to 5k.
And not looking at it for at least another 4 weeks, as he told us earlier.
Yeah.
So reality bites, he's going to be on 1,200 points or so a month.
1250?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
About that.
Oh, Max is painting. Max is painting rubbish. At least it's painted.
I have painted a lot of vampire
You have.
stuff. Now, I will say, not a lot of it is necessarily what I pledged. I've painted one Terrorgeist. He
Okay,
must be
so
glued to his base, but he's
50% of
painted.
that.
I've not painted any Cryptoris.
Oh, yeah.
I've painted 10 nights worth of the start collecting boxes.
And how many did you get in those start collecting boxes?
So you get 10 in the 2 boxes. You get
So you've
10.
done 1 box.
Did you buy 3 boxes?
I've bought 3,
Yeah, but
I
he
pledged
said
him.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've done the night's worth out of them. I haven't
one?
painted
Or
out of
two?
both.
Out of both.
You get
5
5
in
in
each. Right, cool.
I haven't painted any of the 40 Grave Guard that you get in both of those boxes, and I've not painted the 2 mounted characters that you also get in those boxes. I have, however, painted a grand total of 24 Hex Wraiths. So I've painted an additional 14 Hex Wraiths. I've painted a Manfred von Carstein. I've painted 2 units of 2 Bat Swarms.
Sorry, spare me a second. Do you see?
I see no hex.
I have painted about 2,600 points of
I
vampire
don't see any
counts
Bat
this year.
Storms on there. I don't see
But
any
that's
mention
not-
of a points value for
No,
vampire
I
counts.
don't. There's nothing. There's nothing said about anything you have actually painted.
Look, very early on,
Evidence is damning.
very early on, I swapped Empire to Vampire in my head.
I'm pretty sure that
And I am on track.
in like March you were like, I'm never going to get that Empire done.
Sure, so why you keep talking? I'm gonna hand you the shovel.
Yeah.
Look, in my head, I swapped Empire to Vampires. That 5,000 points, that's in my head where I was going.
So in a very real sense, you betrayed the trust of the viewership.
Yeah.
That's our loyal subscribers
Our loyal
and
supporters.
watchers.
Means nothing to me.
Say sorry to the people.
You apologise to the nice people at home.
You say sorry, we'll turn this van right around.
Well, we'll turn your chair around and we'll present the rest of this with your back to them. They can just see the Duke. That's all they're going to see, the Duke.
We should just put a dunce cap in.
And I'll tell people you're David Dickinson. So we've got David Dickinson on for the end of the episode. Anyone that doesn't live in the UK doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no idea.
UK TV personality. Other antiquities experts are available.
Is he an expert or does he just host the show?
I saw his house on another TV show. He had a lot of antiques in it.
Because he works on an antique show doesn't mean he's an expert though.
Well, I'd say he's probably... You can't like be in that field and not... Why are we debating David Dickinson?
David, sorry, if you're watching this, we do apologise, but I don't think...
Feel free to drop us an email.
Why would David Dickinson be watching this?
Maybe he likes Warhammer. Feel free to drop us an email on the triplecrownguys@gmail.com, David, and let us know if you are in fact an expert.
I don't believe you're an expert. I'll point
I
out
think you are, so you can just decide who is correct.
I
But
don't have an opinion.
Warhammer is effectively like a vintage thing, right?
Warhammer's for everyone. Just remember that. Antiquities dealers,
It is.
scumbags like us.
Yeah. People that disrespect the viewership like Scott.
People will match up to their pledges like me.
So, okay, so...
We don't need to give me a
the
score.
Empire has been a bit of a failure, hasn't it? But
Bits!
Yes, that is look, I am planning to get
the Vampires
bits of it
have
done.
been a moderate success, really.
Yeah.
But realistically, with very little of what you actually pledged to do.
No. I am planning to get bits of the Empire done. It won't be anywhere near 5,000 points. It probably won't be like a legal army, the Empire, what I'll have done by the end of the year.
No, I reckon you'll have some Outriders and some Pistoliers.
Yeah, probably one or... I probably won't do both.
Just get
some artillery.
Just get you a Tugendar painted, because they're really nice models.
They are really
I'd
nice.
like to see them.
Maybe the Teuton Guard, maybe the Halberdiers.
In which you-
but again, it's because you've now got your Empire. I don't want to paint all the same sort of stuff.
Yeah, I
It'd be nice
suppose
to have
we've
some
got to
different
think
bits.
about... Empire are going to come back in an important way towards the end of this year for us. So
So that is something that we've got
so
to
we
think
will
about as
be
well.
adding to the Studio Empire one way or another. Whether it's more
Maybe
Hochland or
actually,
some other
to be
provinces.
honest, what I might do is handgunners. That might be where I sort of start with some core stuff. Is handgunners.
Okay, so we'll probably have some Middenheim and some Hochland
Yeah.
alliances.
Surely you can
towards
just finish
the,
off...
Because they are literally next to each other, so
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Surely you can just finish off the swordsman you've started.
Well, all like 5 of them.
Whoa,
10.
10. 10.
And some freehand.
Yeah, freehand banner, which I'm very proud of. The thing is, though, I'd need to
That's a
paint
big highlight for the Empire Army.
at least 20 more,
Well, at least.
and that is soul destroying.
Yeah.
To the point I'm swapping my State Troop models with you for the older State Troop models because there's less detail on them.
And I've got to have matching stuff.
Yeah.
I can't stand stuff
Yeah.
that doesn't match. It drives me wild. So
The guys that don't live up to
what
their
what are we
promises.
what are we thinking?
I'll give it a 2.
A 2.
That is generous.
A 2, because I won't slate you for the amount of stuff you painted.
No,
You're horrible to me, but I'll give you the
I'm
benefit.
not about the amount you painted, just
I'll
the
give
quality
you the
of it.
benefit of the doubt with the 2.
Or a 1. It might be a 1.
Or 1.
It's more generous than I thought it was.
Right.
gonna
Well, I will. I think that a 2 is at the very least. Painted 1 Terrorgeist and some Hexos off this list.
Yeah.
But the Hexos weren't on this list though.
Well, they are
come
because
in the mounted
they're
box.
part of the mounted box.
Okay, so I'll give you a 2 for that then, or a 1.5 maybe.
I think we'll go with a
1.5.
A 2.
A 2?
Let's do a 2. Because I was going to give him a bit more, but we'll go with a 2.
I'll take a 2.
Can I have my 8 now?
No.
Okay, you can have a 3 if he can have an 8.
I'll take a 2.
Okay, so that is
the pride of the man.
the pettiness of it.
The pride of the man.
There you go. That's where we are. Scott's on a 2 out of 10. I've scraped a 5,
Five.
and the big man Max rocking a 7.
Watch me lose my job, have nothing else to do, and then get 5,000 points of Empire painted by the end of the year, and just come out and absolutely smash it.
You'll be 10.
I mean, I'll be
10.
homeless, but
If you do, I want you to come out like Rocky Balboa.
dressing gown.
Dressing
I mean, it's
gown.
all I'll have left. But
Okay.
paintbrush in each hand.
There'll be me, who's a crying wreck in this chair at the end of the year because I bought 3 other armies.
Yeah, you've been solely defeated. You've gone from a 7 to a 1 in a spectacular fall from grace.
Well, basically, what it is,
Like failing leadership 10 with a re-roll.
what
Just before filming.
it's the Kermit meme in which me now as it is the Kermit unhooded saying Max in July 2022. The hooded one is Max in December 2022. That's what it's going to be.
So that's it. That's our big discussion. That's where our hobby goals from Christmas, our
Our big
New Year's
roast.
resolutions were. And
what we've learnt is I need to lose my job to have any hope
and
of getting,
do you know what?
getting
The
that
channel
Empire
is the channel is doing about 50%, isn't it? It's doing about half.
As a team, we're halfway there.
Yeah, we are. So, like Bon Jovi, let's live on a prayer until the end of the year and tell you guys what you can expect over the next month on this very fine channel.
On this very fine channel.
That is correct. And I just can't get over
Jane?
the fact he hasn't said sorry. So...
No, I haven't. It is a month and a bit. It's actually 5 weeks.
It is. So we have another 5-week content rota for you guys this month, and that's all because we have Derby Deathmatch.
We do.
Which is going to be 1 week hence from you viewing this. You'll have seen
it's
lots of content
it's
by
really
that point.
close.
Yeah, it is. So we're going to cover all 5 games, and by that I mean we'll cover a game from each round. Because there's going to be more
There's
than
more
5
than
games.
5 games, yeah.
But yeah, so we'll have 5 games, 1 from each round that we'll stream live, like we always do.
Max, the tech guy, will do his
Max
best.
will solve that problem for us very hopefully.
Hopefully.
I've already solved it. I know how to do it.
We will also give you a live shot of the winner ceremony so you can see in real time who has done the business there.
And
We'll also have a tale and a snippet where we look some more at it on the week after.
Yep.
So you'll get a bit of extra content there, and normally we do some stuff where they are free to view as well.
Yeah.
So there'll be some free to viewy stuff cool there as well.
Yeah.
So lots of stuff.
That obviously wasn't just decided right now, and
I'm pretty sure we've done that before. It will
We've
basically follow the
done bits of
format
it,
you've
yeah.
seen us do at our other events in the
We're
last
nothing
year.
if not predictable.
No, we'll take some pictures of the best army
Yep.
painted nominations, which we'll remember to do and not do frantically as people
No,
packing
I'll
armies
try and
away.
interview some people and grab
yeah.
some people between the rounds. We'll probably have a chat on maybe Friday night or one of the nights if we've got time.
If some of us aren't, bladdered.
Well, it's more
Well,
just
maybe
the
we
timings.
just won't have you on the camera.
It's more just the timings. By the time we finish setting up, so often that your timings out and it's really late. So there's going to be lots of cool stuff there. So check that out.
We're looking forward to it.
In
We are,
addition,
yeah.
the Mighty Dwarves of Zufbar have finally left their hold and will enter the fray in this month's War Council battle report. That's it. I've said it now. Now I have to get those.
We
Got
hours
actually have
completed.
done it.
Got to happen.
So just 8 guys to go, but I'm sure they'll be ready to fight their long-term iconic nemesis, the Orcs and Goblins.
Should have said grudge, not nemesis.
Yeah, you should say grudge.
Grudge.
Yeah.
I get the good grudge, didn't I? Then I should roll for it.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for anything.
Yeah.
I'll say all night long, I'll also get the good grudge.
Oh yeah, you could do. That's quite cool.
They
so-
hate your doors.
Yeah.
So yeah, Orcs and Goblins and Dwarves. Me and Max are going to battle that one out. I
Apparently,
think.
Scott's just now out of that.
Well, you've got Orcs and Goblins.
I do, but Scott could use them.
What, do you want to use Orcs and Goblins?
Nah.
No, okay. Me and
Nah.
Max.
I don't know. I hate filming it. It hurts your back. Yeah, maybe I'll use Orcs and Goblins.
We'll let you know, but I'll definitely have some Dwarves. So
I'll use the doors.
Maybe I'll use the dwarves. Yeah.
could you imagine?
I mean, you used my basement first before I did.
I did.
I did, yeah, weirdly I did. Take the Crown will continue once again this month with yet another guest contender entering the studio to take one of us on. They will, of course, pick which one of us they want to battle with, along with the army we're going to use, the mission we'll play, the comp score and the points value. Now, this month sees possibly the nicest guy in the whole country who plays Warhammer.
Probably.
Mr. Nick Gorn is going to come down to the studio and, well, you'll have to watch to see who he's going to play and what he's going to bring and what he's going to kill, hopefully.
And what he's going to restrict us to.
Yeah, that's the part I'm most excited about because he's such a nice guy. Even if he puts in really horrible restrictions, you'll feel like somehow you've had a lovely day. So
That's how he gets you. That's how he gets it. It's like,
if you've never met or seen Nick, you're about to see why why certain events name their most sporting player awards after him.
The nice guy Nick.
The nice guy Nick.
Nice guy Nick. So yeah, can't wait to get Nick on, and obviously thank you for coming down to give one of us the game. It is high time that the Scions of Ulthuan got the Bind for Beginners treatment as well.
It's not the worst pun that's in this.
So if you're looking to build a high elf army, you won't want to miss out on this one. Again, it's the first one where, well, it's not actually because we did the Bretts, haven't we? But it's another one where there's a huge amount of models that are just missing from that range now.
And what else?
So we've got.
And what else?
Yeah. So we've got some cool stuff on there for you. I'm quite excited about that one.
Let's see try and pronounce the name.
This month's Warzone Tale will bring the horrors of Khorne to the land of Bretonnia as we discuss the sacking of Braquion.
Braquion?
Braquion. I don't know.
Braquion.
I can't say it. Braquion.
Before we filmed this, we did Google Translate.
Put it in Google Translate. It's something like Braquion.
Yeah, there you go.
Braquion.
They're wonderful.
Apologies if anyone in France or who speaks
French. We're really
French
sorry
is
for
watching
butchering the French language.
Yeah.
We do it with frightening regularity on this channel.
No, you do when you do some accents.
This month's Hero of Legend Tale features a magical powerhouse who will cut his enemies Nozlak. That's right. Everyone should be pleased with that joke.
No one.
You guessed it. It's time for us to tell the tale of Lord Mazamundi.
Mazamundi or Mazdamundi?
Mazdamundi.
Not Mazamundi.
Mazda is in the small...
Oh, cut me some slack, guys.
It's in the small car.
The
Mazda Mundi. I really want Mazda to come out with a car called a Mundi.
Can you imagine? Well, then you could like glue the two together and have a Mazda Mundi. Oh, it would be a Mazda Mundi because it would be Mazda. That's what you do. Building competitive army lists is the subject of this month's 20-0 Tactics segment.
What was that? I've already
Building competitive army lists is the subject of this month's 20-0 Tactics segment. So if you want to get a bit of an insight into how you can build a more competitive army from the base up, this is going to be one for you. Now on to the competitive character series. This month will feature some big zap as we bring you the Skaven Grey Seer.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. And the Magic and the Mundane will cover enchanted items that offer you a defensive bonus. I know Max is very excited about that one. I cannot wait to see him try and talk about the first one. I just cannot wait to see how you talk about it.
I mean...
I'm not.
Yeah.
Can someone else do this?
No, you're good. And finally, this month's deep dive covers the remaining 2 Demons of Chaos sub-factions. So we are finally at the end of all of the 8th edition army books. And they've all had a deep dive. And this month we will be releasing on the same day as we did previously a deep dive for the Demons of Slaanesh and a deep dive for the Demons of Tzeentch. And any of you that thought to yourself, well, you know, they'll be cutting down the time on these things, clearly didn't watch
Apparently
the last
not.
ones.
That took long.
They were really long.
Yeah. You get double content.
You do. There's a lot of content. So good month to sign yourselves up, I would say, so you can get all of that extra goodness.
All of that demony goodness.
And that's it. That's it. All the things you can expect. Lots happening. We won't see you here for another 5 weeks. Try to get through it. I know it's challenging for some of you.
It's tough to not see our pretty faces all the time.
I know. You can always rewatch this video. Yeah. You can enjoy the
There's like 15 others.
The roasting of Scott in the middle if you want.
Yeah, maybe just skip that bit.
But as ever, thank you for joining us. Make sure that you head over to triplecrownwargaming.com and sign up, as I said earlier, as a Knights Errant or as a Knight of the Realm. If you want to treat yourself, you deserve it. Do it. And we will see you all here next time on YouTube or on the website if you're watching it there for another exciting instalment of This Month in Warhammer. Remember to tag your friends and like, subscribe and share. Then head over to triplecrownwargaming.com and become a Knight of the Realm today.
What are you doing, mate?
You alright?